Hey everybody, Greg here in San Francisco with Victor. And we've been kind of collaborating on a few things, and we decided to, we should probably just get together and do some kind of film review. And we really couldn't think of a theater to go to or film to see in the theater, and we decided to go through the whole, watching a movie through the theater.
The hotel.
The hotel.
The hotel has, the order the movie or whatever.
Yeah.
And we chose Clash of the Titans.
Clash of the Titans. The new version, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I am going to set this up on a tripod. Hang on. Alright, just trying to set up on a tripod. Alright, yeah, so Clash of the Titans. I saw the original probably when I was 9. I haven't seen it since.
I saw it only a couple of years ago, I think. Didn't think anything special of it, but it was a fun movie.
It's a nice kind of, historical film history,
Yeah.
This new one will never be considered an important film in film history at all. It is largely ignorable. I wouldn't say by the book, but there's nothing. Everything that's special about it is not special in a good way. Not at all.
Go
ahead, take your mom's phone call. Okay, sorry about that. Victor had to call his mommy.
Anyway, what were we saying?
We hadn't really gotten into it. Just what's
Where did we start?
We should really start from the beginning.
Okay.
No, not like we should start our. Okay, in the beginning, there's this epic narration about how all the tales are told in the stars, and it lays out this whole situation about gods, Zeus, Olympus, and Hades. Olympus we never see.
Oh, and the Titans.
And the Titans just kind of set up the whole Greek mythology.
And they set up that the gods need the worship of man to the power.
Mm-hmm. And then but then someone will overthrow the gods, and it shall be a boy. And then there's this casket that rises from the sea, and there's a little boy inside it. And a fisherman discovers it, and then we cut to a cliff. And there's a lady, and she's the one delivering the narration. So she's just been delivering all this narration. Just watching this fisherman out in sea is kind
of... And what's creepy is that she becomes the love interest.
Yeah.
Which that's kind of creepy to me. I don't know.
We'll explain that in a second.
Yep.
The fisherman is played by that guy who's in all those movies you've seen, but you can never remember the name of. He never ages, but his son grows up to be, I think it was Sam Worthington?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sam Worthington.
And FYI, never ages when we're talking, we don't mean literally. I mean, he's supposed to age, but he doesn't.
Yeah, they might have given him a slightly grayer beard. He was kind of old to begin with.
Right. I thought he was at his oldest when he picked him up as a baby. Whatever.
Yeah. So the fishing is really bad, and so Perseus is Sam Worthington's character. Perseus's dad is all the fisherman. Yeah, he's all damn, this fishing is so bad. It's because the gods don't like us, and the gods are so diligent, and someone should take a stand. Of course, they cut immediately to Perseus. I was like, maybe it should be me. And then, in the next scene, they come across these soldiers who are destroying a statue of Zeus.
And of course, it's Perseus's dad who's the most upset at this.
It's like in one scene he's all, we should take a stand against the gods, and then the next scene he's like, what the fuck? Don't take a stand against the gods?
They're gods!
Are you stupid? And they keep bouncing back and forth between this dichotomy. Should we stand up against the gods? Should we just lie down and not? I mean, it just seems They both seem like good ideas at different times.
Handled by the right people, these ideas put forth of like opposing something that is almost unopposable.
That could be a good discussion.
Yeah,
you can make that a good discussion in the film, but that's not in this one.
Yeah. Oh, and if I may cut ahead to every point, there are cliches that would not belong in this movie that belong in this movie. Everything explodes. And of course,
no. There's underwater. No.
And the clean slice.
With
a running jumped clean slice. Landed, head fell off.
Yes. Especially because when the statue falls, Hades shows up. And Hades can sometimes turn into a bunch of little winged creatures, I guess, that are like little chunks of Hades. Like,
yeah.
I'm Hades' toe. I'm Hades' penis. So.
Nothing, but whatever.
Yeah. So yes, the ship sinks, and that's another big problem. This. We were talking about how we ordered this through the hotel system, how we watched on TV. The version we watched was full screen pan and scan.
It seems like it would be easier to just keep it full screen and just, but I don't know. How that
It'd be
works.
easier to just keep it. Yeah, easier to keep it just widescreen, and that's what most people want these days. I don't understand. So I can't say for sure whether to blame like the incomprehensibility of like all the action scenes and all that stuff on the full screen, or on the fact that the movie is just kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah. And the movie, it's strange. It's very simplistic in so many ways, and yet it's actually very hard to follow in a lot of others. Like, they don't make way too many things clear. Who's this? What's their limitation? What can work?
Yeah. And when we do, those seem to change every once in a while.
Yeah, inconsistencies potentially. I should mention that as we were watching this, we were riffing on it.
Yeah, we were. I think we'll just cut to that part right away. This isn't probably not a film you want to watch alone.
Yeah.
This is the kind of film you would watch with friends, just kind of poke at it as you go along. This would probably be a really miserable film to watch alone. So there's this whole political conflict. I never fully understand with the gods, and there's Zeus up in heaven, I guess, played by Liam Neeson in like the world's shiniest costume.
He is a lens flare.
Yeah, the god of lens flares. So they're kind of pissed because the humans don't want to pray to him anymore, but they're also always been kind of dicks. So,
and yeah, like with the cliches. Okay, they start fighting scorpions, and there's another thing I'll have to bring up about the scorpions, which is funny. But they start fighting the scorpions, and everybody's getting killed, and then suddenly the demure, beautiful, immortal woman. She jumps in with her short skirt and a sword and warrior woman. And it's like you couldn't have avoided it. She only needed to do it once apparently, and she didn't need to do it then.
Yeah, it's totally kind of. I don't know what the deal is with that character because I'm not sure. Is she cursed? Is she a demigod? I'm not really sure. She says she's immortal, and she treats that as a curse because all her loved ones or her loved ones have died and all that stuff, and she never ages and all that stuff. And like, yeah, that sucks. And then later,
spoiler.
And then later, she dies. She gets stabbed in the back by. If it's like a magic god-killing sword, it was never established as such.
Yeah.
She gets stabbed in the back. So we got all these questions like, did she just not age? Could she just not die of old age? If that was so, why didn't she just kill herself?
And then she's happy, by the way, when she is, spoiler, brought back. And it's like she's all smiling. I'm like, wouldn't this basically be hell for her, or does she now, or she just figured out, oh, I can kill myself whenever I want?
Or does she know she's not immortal anymore?
Yeah, these are all answers we would have wanted. But here's just something I loved this moment. This is beautiful in its stupidity. Okay, they've fought some giant scorpions, slashing it with their swords.
Swords and spears.
Swords and spears, and even their shields and stuff. You know. Okay,
Yeah.
and then this guy.
It is very clear that while these giant scorpions that they're fighting are very, very dangerous, very tough, you can kill them by conventional means.
Then the hunter characters, which Greg has referred to as the bulk and skull,
Yes.
carve up the hide of one of the scorpions and says it's tougher than any steel. They use it as a shield, and we're both like,
What? What?
this is demonstrably wrong.
This is your own swords cut through the hides of this thing. I'm pretty sure your own swords will not cut through your own shield. Use your own goddamn steel shields. I mean,
Lordy.
there's no magical benefit to it. They're just giant scorpions. There's nothing really super magical about it beyond them being giant.
Yeah,
There's
and apparently
it offers no medical
blood.
defense. It doesn't reflect things. I guess it doesn't.
Well, apparently
Create power.
They never established that the shields had any reflective surfaces, but apparently the interior side of the shield
it's like
did. And
it
we
did.
find it out a
We
second
find
before
it-
it's used.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff doesn't get established before it comes to
And
use.
Perseus has a lightsaber. Just wanted to say.
Perseus has a lightsaber.
For all intents and purposes.
There's this huge conflict about Perseus basically getting gifts from the gods, and that's really where I get confused on this, because I don't know whose side we're supposed to be on. Zeus is kind of wanting to kill everybody, but he's kind of not.
He's a waffler. He was basically what people would have thought John Kerry would be, only as a god.
Yes, exactly. He's John Kerry the guy. He's a flip-flopper.